Hello, my name is Charlie and this is my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing Not Even Bones by Rebecca Schaeffer. So before I start, I want to say that this is definitely going to have spoilers. If you have not read the book or do not want to hear spoilers, click away. So let's get into it. I have my notebook that has, of course, notes in it about the book. And here we go. I did give this a 4 stars. Maybe it'd be better as 3.5. But, 3.54, it was good and I really liked it. So, basically, it's about a girl named Nita and first of all, she lives in a world where there are these creatures called unnaturals and they have different powers and stuff like that. And there is a black market for them. Her mom kills unnaturals and then takes them to Nita, who dissects them and gets them ready to be sold on the black market. Basically, due to a series of events, Nita herself ends up on the black market. And things ensue. It's not a good time for Nita or anybody else. I was going to say someone, but then I was like, no, she ends up dead. So, I could say it because this has spoilers. So, Reyes. I was going to say Reyes. I was like, yeah, Reyes has a good time. No, she doesn't. Nobody has a good time. So, plot-wise, really good. The pacing was pretty good. It was interesting. I did want to know a little more about the world and about the unnaturals. I liked that it seemed pretty casual and like it was, I don't know if casual is the best word, but it felt normal to them to have the unnaturals in their world. I liked that it was set basically in our world, except now there's also unnaturals. So I just wanted to learn a little bit more. It didn't have to be a whole lot more, but it would be interesting. Maybe they continue it more in other books. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue this series or not, but I very well might. I'm very curious to see what happens. Not with all the characters, but there's certain characters. I just want to know what happens with them, and I'll get to that later. I thought that Fabricio, I'm sorry, I'm so great at pronouncing names. I thought that Fabricio would be a bit more present throughout the whole thing. Sure, he ended up being the actual cause of Nita's imprisonment, but I first of all, I thought that she would escape with him. At the beginning bit, where she let him on the bus. Second of all, I just thought that he would pop up again before the end of it, and he popped up in her thoughts a little bit, but I just thought that he would have more lines, I guess. Being physically there a lot more. I'm going to talk about some of the characters now, just some of the ones that we talked about a lot, which was Nita, Mirella, okay. Nita, Mirella, and Covet. I can't pronounce anybody's names. This is all this proves. Nita as a protagonist, freaking great. I don't know if I could say one of my favorite protagonists, but probably one of the most interesting protagonists that I've read. God, there's so many moral questions. Most of them is her going, who needs morals? So Nina, great protagonist. The moral questions were cool. Maybe it's just the things that I read, but I haven't seen development like hers. It's not that it was great development. But it was development, and it was very interesting to see her go from, the set of morals she had at the beginning of the book to the kind of almost end of the book and then to the end of the book. And I say the kind of almost end of the book is because there's, you know, the bit where Covet was like, hey, by the way, Nita, don't forget to have, like, some morals. And she was like, good advice, good advice. I'll talk about Covet in just a little bit. But it was just very, very interesting to see her kind of slowly losing her morals, and at first she was like, yikes, kinda wanna keep him, but by the end she was like, goodbye. Then Mirella, was she annoying? I didn't consider her annoying, but I could see why she might be, like, a little bit, but it also could have just been a Nita thing. I keep wanting to say Nina, but Nita's a cool name. I'm not used to that name, so I want to say Nina, but maybe it's just Nita because it's, you know, from Nita's perspective, and she was generally kind of iffy with people, but I didn't think Mirella was that annoying, like, a little bit, but I also found that the dolphin story was a little bit confusing. Like, I kind of got it, but what? And I also didn't really understand why she told that story, even though, like, she popped up as a dolphin at the end, and she was like, yo, and Nita was like, hey, don't kill me, I don't have the guy who tortured you in this boat or anything, it's fine, and Mirella was like, you're fine, I'll leave and not kill ya, so, like, I didn't understand why These characters' names, they're cool names, I just am bad at saying them. I didn't really understand why Mirella told that story. It didn't seem like she had a lot of reason to say that if she was like, background, but I can't do that, I could just change my skin color, that's all I could do. Like, it didn't make a lot of sense, and then she was, you know, a dolphin later, and then it was like, I guess that kind of makes sense, but anyway, Covet. What I have written is, oh my, he's a lot, which is, yeah, man, you're supposed to be like, because none of the characters in here have great morals, or a couple of them are, like, doing okay morals-wise, or at least neutral morals-wise, but Covet, I don't even know what to think of him. Tortured thing? No, but otherwise, his morals are, like, not too bad. But, you know, there's the whole Mirella thing, and that was obviously like, hey, Covet, knock it off. And everybody agreed for that. They were like, Covet, hey, don't do that. That's not cool. Except for, you know, like, his, like, boss, owner people, like Reyes and them. It was, I don't know why completely Nita was like, he tortured Mirella, but that's chill. It's fine. At first she was like, square up. But after a while she was like, it's a little awkward, but whatever. Also, I thought that Covet was gonna die when they shot him. I was like, oh my god, they shot him. He's gonna die. I just know it. He didn't die. Thought he was gonna, but I was also surprised about how concerned I was, because I was like, why do I care about the life of a guy who tortures people? He, like, kind of has to for his, you know, well-being and stuff, but also they were like, yeah, he also kind of enjoys it. So I was like, why am I concerned about his well-being? Why is Nita concerned about his well-being? Like, what? How did he alters between being, like, very scary and very charming, according to Nita, and then to everyone else he's just like, oh, everyone else is like, Covet is a scary dude. But let's see. Okay, that's all I have written about Covet. But man, I have mixed feelings about him, which was, I think it's what you're supposed to feel. I enjoy that. I love reading books with, you know, morally questionable characters, or just, like, characters where you're like, hey, dude, that's not very moral of you at all. Like, these here, vicious and vengeful, I mention them a lot, but so good. And they have, you know, morally questionable or just morally nope characters. Okay, so that was all for characters. The bit where they burned the market down, I was like, they're just gonna burn it down. I was kind of like, oof, they killed a lot of people. And they also had that, but yet again, it's all about questioning morals and stuff like that, so I was like, okay. But it was certainly very interesting. What also was interesting was that it was set in South America, and I just thought that was neat, because not a lot of stuff gets set in South America. So it's just, you know, shaking things up a bit, which is fun, and, you know, like I said, interesting. I enjoyed having it set in an area where not a lot of things are set. I'm not sure how I feel about most of the ending. It did make sense. I don't know why I feel a little bit mixed about it, but like certain aspects I was like, it was pretty good. I don't know, there's something just a little bit off about the ending. And I thought it was interesting that she went to INHUP. She went there. So that was interesting of her being like, gosh, I never thought I'd go here. And it does make sense of like how to get back home, you know? So it was kind of interesting, but I don't know. There's something that just felt a little flat. The whole thing about her dad dying, that surprised me. I thought she did, that he'd just been arrested. Nah, he's dead. What also, I don't know if I should just, like, really quickly go past that or not, but, you know, I was surprised, but what was even more surprising, Fabrice, whatever his name is, popping up at the very, very end, and, you know, them being like, oh yeah, meet Fabricio, and she's like, we have met, I don't like him, yeah. It was the boy whose life Nita had saved, the boy who had sold her, the instigator of this entire horrid mess, her betrayer. Nita, meet Fabricio. I was sitting in the living room, and I let out a little, like, I just kind of went, like, I was, yes please, for just, like, sticking surprising things in there, and I was like, thank you, God, thanks. Does it make sense as to why I'm so excited about it? That's just cool. I'm just like, it was good. Also, on other things that happened in it, the almost kiss, I think you know the one. You know, there was multiple times where we thought, oh, Nita and Covet are gonna kiss. Oh. But then the one at the dock, and Nita, that was when Nita specifically said, oh my God, I think he's gonna kiss me. And she was, you know, like, kind of down for it. And then he was like, email. She was like, oh, okay. Was she bummed? I don't know. I think a little bit. It was interesting. Also, Covet, like, dude. I mean, like, I think he actually, like, likes her and stuff. But, like, don't lead people on like that, Covet. That's not nice. But also, saying, that's not nice, isn't the best thing to have as a reaction to this book, because nothing's in it all that nice. But still, like, Covet, if you like her, don't be like, here's my email. I mean, sure, tell her your email, but don't, like, go in for what looks like a kiss before whispering in your ear. I'd also like to mention, this doesn't happen at the beginning of the book, or this doesn't happen at the end of the book. It does kind of happen in the beginning of the book. What's with eating toes? Like, oh, why? Why toes? What's up with that? Like, of anything, they talk about eyes a lot. They're like, oh yeah, tasty. That Boulder guy just wants to eat Unnatural's eyes, and so do other people. They want to eat Unnatural eyes. But the toes were things that got, like, actually, well, for the Fabricio thing, his toes definitely got cut off. I don't know if, like, people didn't eat them in the actual scene, but it was, like, implied and stuff. And then Nita's toe got cut off and eaten, and I was like, oh, hey, gross, dude. I just want to know, like, why toes? Why toes? Like, what? If any part of the body, they're like, eyes and toes, you know? And I just, like, why is that the thing that they want to cut off the most, it seems like? They don't say, like, yeah, toes sell for so freaking much, but then they keep cutting off, they never said that, but then they keep cutting off everyone's toes. I don't know, that's just a question I have. It's not like it takes or adds to the book, I just want to know, what the heck? It's fine, I just dropped my notebook. As for predictions and just opinions about what may or may not happen in the next book, I don't super duper, I kind of want to know what happens to the mom, but I don't super duper care about the mom. I did think it was, I don't know if it would have been more interesting if it was the mom that sold her or Fabricio. The most interesting, I think, would have been them teaming up, because then it could have or maybe that wouldn't quite work, but, like, the reaction Nita had and sort of the push to just kind of abandon morals from Fabricio's betrayal was very interesting, but also her reactions to her mom's supposed betrayal was very interesting. I kind of want to know what happened to the mom, but also I don't care for the mom, and it surprises me that Nita cares for the mom still, because the mom is not good to her. The mom is not good to her. I also predict, which is, I feel like this one's probably pretty obvious, but I predict that Covet is gonna get in trouble, and either Nita pops up and decides to help him, or Covet, like, as in, like, she happens to stumble across him and she's like, oh, you're in trouble, let me help you. Or Covet pops up and, like, he goes to Nita and be like, hey Nita, help please and thanks. But that's what I predict in the next book. Will I be continuing this series? Who knows? I might, but I'm at least gonna, like, wait a bit. But, like, the thing is, I don't completely care about what happens with all the characters. But I do want to know what happens with some of them. Also, I'm just, like, looking at this. The cover of it over here. I'm flipping through it. But, yeah, so it was a good book. Kind of gory. Kind of really gory. But it wasn't, like, I think I've read things that are more so than that, but, you know. So, if you don't like gory things, then this only really applies to if people didn't care about spoilers and continued watching this, but if you haven't read it, like, if you're not interested in, like, super gory things, there are gorier things, but, like, if you're really squeamish, don't read it. I lost my appetite a little bit from certain scenes, especially, like, the beginning ones. yeah, but good book. Would recommend it. I hope you have a good day, morning, night, whatever time it is where you are when you're watching this, and I will see you later. Goodbye.